on cargo. I mentioned cargo was on the group chat. mentioned that we all I mentioned cargo on the group chat, and I mentioned that we should sign up to cargo for and how to navigate my friend now. So, um, okay. So this is what you are going to have on your this is my web browser. So now I want to search for Habu. So just type Habu on the on your search box, and then you have this. So from here, it's going to bring my Habu website basically. So like I mentioned, Habu is a website for data analysis, data science, and machine learning experts. It's a place where you can get data sets from, where you can download data sets, and where you can just learn from other people and other projects that people have done before. So you can just go through the website on your free time and check what is there. So I'll picture how we can download data sets from Taboo because I want us to use a data set here on Taboo. So from what I'll be doing, just follow me closely so that you can be able to do it on your own. And if you have internet connection right now, if you have your system, follow me. Site and I want to search for a data type, make use of that you can download that you can work with on your cargo. So anytime you open up your cargo, come to your data set, choose what so if you have a specific data set that you want to work with or you want to use, just search for it directly. You might not find probably you are looking for an exact get it or you are trying to like try to search for that particular data set. You might not find the exact data set, but you might find something similar to that data set on Tableau. Another thing is that you can just come here on your free time and search for data sets that you can use to practice. So whatever you learn in class, you can download the data set and redo everything that you learn. So that's how you learn better and that's how you understand the things that you do better. So now I want to work with a sales data, for instance. Let me type sales data. Take note of where I am searching for my data set. There are two search boxes. We have a search box here where my cursor is, and then we have another search box just below the data set. So where you should search for your data set is below the search box below the data set. So that makes it easier for you to find data set because this is narrowed down to searching for data set. If you make use of this items on your cargo, from aside from there are a lot of items that you can find on your cargo aside from a data set. So it is better if you are looking for a data under the data set value. Yes. Okay, so let's assume you want to search for, you want to work on restaurant data. So basically, you can so that there are list of different data sets that you can work with here. So you can see vehicle data set, sample sales data, also mobile data, farm data, farmer data, supermarket sales, a lot of this an Amazon data set like this. So, but basically just for a team I want us to do something is so that we can all understand and get it. So I'm going to make use of this very sales data. So I'll click on it, and here, here we go. So we have some information about the data set we want to download. Another point, as a data analyst or anybody with data, someone sends a data to you, or you're working with AI to understand what data is about, understand the data in general, what you can get from the data. Try to know why the data is collected. Try to understand each column that we have on this data. So now we have um a little introduction to what this particular data set that we are working on is about. So we have the about data set, and we're saying that this data set is a vehicle sales and market trend data set. So that means the data set is about vehicles, is about the market trends of vehicles, and it is noted here that there are some key features that we have in the data set. And some of the key features that we have is the vehicle details, the transaction information, the market trends, condition, and mileage. We have potential use cases. Okay, potential use cases where you can do with the data, market analysis, predictive modeling, business insights, and all. So basically, these are the columns inside this data. So if you scroll down, these are the columns that we have on the data that is highlighted there. So you have the year column, the make column, that is the brand. There's a little description of what each column is about. So we have the year column. We're saying that the year column is showing the manufacturing year of the vehicle. The brand column, the make column is about the brand or the manufacturer of the vehicle. Then we have the model, we have the trim, we have the body, we have the transmission, we have the state condition, odometer. I think that is all. So now from here, this is other information about this particular data. We have the file, and then we have the number of columns that we have on this data set. Now to download the data, you simply come to download here, and you download data set as zip. So you are downloading it as a zip folder. So once the data is successfully downloaded on your system, you have to extract it because it is in a zip folder. So I'm going to share my screen. The data is still downloading. So I'm going to, once the data is fully downloaded, I'll share my screen on how you can extract your data back to your system. So all this is still going to lead us back to Excel because we'll be working on the data in Excel. But we're still going to introduce us to the Excel interface so that we get familiar with it for the people that have used Excel in a while so that we can get familiar with it again. Okay, so it is fully downloaded now. Um, Trying to share my notes. So once the data is downloaded to your system, it is going to be saved to your download. So the data is going to be saved to your download. And for me, this is where it is saved because it is a zip file. Anytime you have a zip file, you have something like this in this icon, something just like this, like a pile of books together. So that's because the file is in a zip file. So now I need to extract this file so that I will be able to access it directly because it is in a zip file. I can't access it directly. So for me to be able to access it directly, I have to unzip it. That is, I have to extract it. So how do we extract? If we have something like this, if we have any zip file at all that you want to make use of, so just click on that particular on your zip file, click on it, and then right click on your mouse. So you can see something like extract files, extract here. On some system, you just have extract here. On some systems, you have different extract options like I have here, but for some systems, you just have extract here. So I'll click on extract file. So clicking on extract files, it gives me an opportunity for renaming the file. Since the file is about vehicle, so I want to save it as vehicle, vehicle data. Let me just put data. And then I'll click on OK. So the extraction. Now I have my data here. This is it here. We have vehicle data. So if I click on this folder, the data set should be inside. So this is the data set right here, car sales. So we'll come back to this data set. Let me take us to Excel now and introduce us to Excel. So if you have any question, you can save your question to after the class. All right, so now this is our Excel interface. I'm sure one way or the other we might have seen Excel before or even used it before. So this is just me reintroducing Excel to us. So we have this as our Excel. We have different tabs on Excel. We have six, seven tabs. We have eight tabs on our Excel. We have the home, we have insert, we have page layout, we have formula, we have data, we have review, we have view, and we have help. And in each of these tabs, we have different icons and different elements that we can use for analysis and that we use generally. So on our home page, we have the copy and paste option. We have the font. This is all about the font size, the font size. If you want to gold, we use this. If you want to put it in italic, we use this. Although most of the time we don't come to these tabs to make use of it because they are shortcuts, they are short commands that we use. For example, if you want to copy, you make use of Control C. If you want to paste, you make use of Control V. So most of the time you don't type here and come here to copy and paste. Most of the time you use the control V, control C, or you are using MacBook, you use command. Okay, so and here we have the alignment. Basically, we have three major alignments: can align left, align center, and align right. The just the same way it is represented here. So if you want to make use of this, even if you put your arrow on it, you could highlight that this is aligned left because the back is facing the left side. Then we have align center and then we have align right. Then this is to adjust spacing. Then we have merge and center. If you want to combine two cells together, first I want to combine cell A. Let me just highlight it. I want to combine cell A and cell B together. So I want to combine these two cells together, cell A and cell B. So I want to join them together. I can make use of merge and center. So if I click on merge and center, you notice that this arrow that separates A from B has been removed. So this is now a whole cell. It is not a splitted cell anymore. And that's because of the merge and center. So that's what we use merge and center for. Once the control Z that we can do that. And then we have our number. So on that number, we have different options that we make use of. For instance, um any data we are working on has a standard value. There is a standard format for date. There is a standard format for when you are working with currency. There is a standard format for percentages and all. So where we can find that is here. So you can click on this drop down to see the various formats of numbers that you can have. So this is general. General means there's no specific format. Then we have the number, we have currency, accounting, stock, long note, term, percentage, fraction. we have scientific, and then we have text. So these are like, let me call it data types in Excel. So the data, the way data are represented, or the way data can be represented. So it can be represented as a general value that is the this specific format, it can be represented as a number, as a currency, as a date, as a percentage, etc. So this is like the data type